In 2023, my team and I embarked on an unforgettable road trip from Nairobi, Kenya to Cape Town, South Africa, journeying through 9 countries. Though we had limited time and couldn't explore as deeply as we hoped, that experience left us craving for more. This time, we are back with 6 full weeks to dive deep into 4 incredible countries. Good morning, we are out again. We are currently in East London and we'll be exploring the town for a short while before we head towards Port Elizabeth. We are in East London and our first stop of the day is Gqeberha Boardwalk. It's literally 700 meters from where we stayed at, so I'm very close to there. Welcome to Gqeberha Caravan Park. We are not sure whether it is the boardwalk is in the beach or it's in the resort, so let's find out. So this is Gqeberha Boardwalk. We just walked in, we were not charged anything. There's an estuary right behind us. I hope I'll be able to show you, but the boardwalk is quite a long stretch just in the beach. All these trees have grown on a massive sand dune. Look at that. This is like a sand dune with some rock somewhere. These rocks, as they look so unreal, they are carved in a very perfect way. You would think someone literally carved them and put them here. This place is quite windy and cold. Gqeberha Boardwalk is a wooden walkway along this Indian Ocean beach. Its water is quite cold in this season, but it's very popular for whale and dolphin spotting. If you visit East London, consider coming here for sunrise walks, photography and jogging. I'm telling you, here you don't need much energy to walk. The wind will take you. I wonder how much energy we will need to return back. We'll need a lot of energy to return. And then just see how the waves there are. It's just hypnotizing to watch this. This is a guitar, some music. This place, other than the boardwalk, it's known for the estuary. And here is the estuary. It's just, all these things are free of charge, by the way. An estuary is where the river pours into the ocean. There is the ocean, and here is the river. So, at times, when the waves are too high, they bring salty water to the river. But when there is a rainy season and there's plenty of water in the river, it drains its water into the ocean. But basically there's just a mix of salty and fresh water. This is beautiful. Salty. Wow, this place, just look at this natural forest along the river. I can imagine how beautiful it can be if you just boat ride here or kayak when there is plenty of water. But it leaves behind some very fine sand at the shores. This sand is very fine. I can just imagine how rich it's called the fauna and flora of this area is. You can tell by how green the trees are. There are so many birds chirping up there. It's just amazing. That was Gqeberha estuary. The river itself is called the Gqeberha River, and then that specific place is Gqeberha estuary. And so far we are loving East London. We are loving East London. Just know that when you come to the estuary, it is so windy, but otherwise it's just a beautiful place to be. It's a really best, it could be the best possible way of starting the day. So we are driving along Riverside Road. It is the river that is just right adjacent to the ocean, even though it has been covered by these plants. And you'll realize that in the boardwalk they have tried to keep off to prevent the sand from the sand from flowing into the ocean. This is where we had been walking when we got to see the beautiful waves. Now the waves here, they are like, you'll feel like it is an orchestra. Yeah, they're like, I don't know how I can explain it. It's just like some music. Someone is directing the waves. It starts from one end, it goes to the other side. It's just amazing. So this road is called Dairy Drive. Yes, Dairy Drive, dairy from deer, or Dairy Drive, one of those. So here is where you get to see the beautiful houses. I believe this is where the rich people stay. East London has some British history that I'm going to confirm in a short while, but it has some British history. There's this school here with, I think it's a high school. I love their blazers, black with orange stripes.
Gqeberha High School.
Gqeberha High School, yes. It's a mixed school.
They look great.
Yeah, look at those blazers. Yo. Now we're back to N2 Road and we're heading to the city, East London, 9 kilometers away. And now guys, welcome to East London. We have a river down below. That is Nahoon River. It is one of the rivers that forms the estuaries in East London. Just like Gqeberha River that forms an estuary. Yeah, so there's Nahoon Beach. It's very popular in East London. That is the bus we used when we left Mbombela heading towards Mozambique. Yes, we went by bus. We are officially in the city. So we'll be driving around showing you the city. Actually, East London is a city, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is a city in the Eastern Cape. Now this street is called Carry Street. Yes, that is what you can see from the Google map. Carry Street. And we're about to go to R72. Many of these buildings look like they are like 1900 buildings. They are modern buildings, and then the older ones are 1900 years. The early 1900s, I mean. Look at this one. Like all marbled. look at that.
It's the city hall.
Oh, it's the city hall. Yo. We're in the Oxford Street, and that was the city hall. Yo. Now we're approaching many more old buildings. You know, I love this kind of buildings. The 1900, the 1800s kind of buildings. They're just my best. This one is a post office. Then there's a church right ahead. Yo, and the way I love churches. That is a masterpiece. And then there's another church right ahead. The church that we just passed is called Trinity Methodist Church. Trinity Methodist Church. And then there's another church ahead. I don't know what the name is. We're just driving through. There you go. It is a Baptist church. I usually show you churches, city halls, and those kind of buildings because somehow they are usually the oldest buildings in a town, in Africa, that is, and they somehow they usually just tell something about the history of the place. And I love history. There's a museum right next to us. It's called East London Museum. I hope we'll be able to show you guys. So this is the East London Guild Theatre, and then the museum is right next to it. Unlike other cities in South Africa, East London, I think Port Elizabeth, Port Edward have names that are in English. They have English names because of the British influence. Most of the names are not Dutch. There is the church again. Downtown Christian Center. This one is called Wesley Hall. It's a church. People in East London hoot a lot. It's hooting left, right, and center. All the hooting is from the taxis. They are hailing their clients. This is Buffalo Street.
grants zao.
More taxis. So there's a mosque there. Here is another church again. Oh, one church on my side and another one right ahead. They look very similar. Look.
The one that we had seen?
No, there is this church here. There's another one with a red one somewhere there. I'm going to show you. And then there's another one right ahead. When you stand here, you'll see like, I don't know how many churches. There is this one. There is that red one there, brick red. And then there's one behind us. Yeah, Gothic architecture. So we are branching into St. John's Road. And there's a primary school named after the street. St. John's Road Primary School. Looks like an old school. Yeah. 100 years of excellence, 1911. From 1911, that is amazing. There's a zoo there. Queen Park Zoo is right there. And we are on the, it's called Beaconfield Road. Taxi rank. This is where it is. This looks like downtown. There are vendors selling just in the open air. They're selling onions, some potatoes. There is super spa on this side. And the road is relatively horrible on this side. The town is a little bit congested too. This is downtown. This is indeed downtown. Let's just go and see what else this place has to offer. All these towns are surrounded by rivers that have estuaries. I can see the ocean somewhere. There's a lighthouse that we are trying to access. We were trying to access the lighthouse that is somewhere in the West Bank Golf Club. We just thought it was by the ocean, but since we've seen that it is inside the golf club, we will not access it. We'll go back to the city. Churches, 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 churches and more churches. West Bank High School. Yeah, this one is a high school. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, inakaa poa sana. So here there are so many old houses. I think this is where probably the British used to stay or something. Look at this. That is pretty old. Glorious Dead. This is St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. This is the other bridge. There is the other bridge that we used. This is the Buffalo River. On the other side, yeah, it's a harbor. Where we were is called West Bank. So we go back to the city to find something for lunch, and then we will head out.
we're going to Hemingway's Mall to get some lunch, and then we'll be on the road to PE or Gqeberha.
PE in full is
Port Elizabeth.
yes. There is the mall, Hemingway's Mall. It looks like a castle from a distance. Here is our lunch. We'll be having lunch as we drive to PE. PE is Port Elizabeth. We've been there before, almost 296 kilometers away. So we have a long way to go. It's 2:53 right now, and we have a long way to go. It's London. I love the beaches. I love the estuary idea and the boardwalk. Oh, I'd be back for the boardwalk. So let's go to our next city. That one, PE, is in Eastern Cape. It's one of the biggest city in South Africa. Yes, we've been there before. We were there when we came for our first road trip from. By the way, guys, we did. If you are watching my video for the first time, last year at such a time, we drove from Kenya with our car, Subaru Impreza, from Kenya through 11 countries to Cape Town and back to Kenya. Yes, we went through most of the southern countries. So this time when we came back, we decided to use different routes, and we went to different countries that we had not gone last time. So go and check out the video of PE, Port Elizabeth or Gqeberha. Yes, we did a tour of the place, and our stay there was beautiful. Their beaches, they have the best beaches. Very nice walking trails, well manicured lawns. The buildings are the Victorian type. Like everything there is in order. So go and watch that video, and then let's continue the journey. So we will head towards PE. Back to N2 Road. Just look at the way Hemingway's mall looks on the outside. Looks like a manor. We are heading towards Port Elizabeth. We are on road R72. On most highways, the road speed limit is 120 km/h. But as you approach towns, it gets to 60, 40, that order.
was beautiful, organized, a bit chaotic in terms of traffic.
Organized. How is organized and chaotic?
Yeah, I know it's an oxymoron. I mean the buildings.
The buildings are?
The buildings are organized and neat and historic. That's what adds to the beauty of the town. But when it comes to traffic, it was a bit chaotic. Everyone was hooting here and there, but I love their estuaries, their beaches, their rocky beaches. I'm definitely
Returning for the boardwalk.
coming back for a longer stay in East London. And yes.
So guys, guess what? We just woke her up and she had all that to say. East London has so many rivers, we've lost count. And each one of them is pouring into the ocean, pouring into the ocean. So you can imagine how scenic their beaches are, how the estuaries are. It's just insane. While you're driving here, we notice a few things. The contrast, this side of the road, there is nothing. Like, it looks like a big ranch. But then the other side, this on my right, there have been so many settlements close to each other. The contrast is just amazing. Gqeberha. It also pours into the ocean. It's big.
Nice sand dunes at the end.
You see these trees that appear like they are bright green. Actually, they even look like the lime green. They are very bright. We saw them when we were at, it's called Gonobi Beach, and they grow somewhere where there is maybe sand dunes next to the river, and where there are sand dunes. That is what we saw last time. And there is a river here, Mgwalana River mouth. Yes, the Mgwalana River also pours into the ocean from the map here. And there are some sand dunes on the farthest end, closer to the ocean. I hope our camera will be able to capture that. Even what looks like a hill right ahead is actually a sand dune. That is just a mountain of sand with some green plants on it. Here is the river again. It's called River Mtati. Look at that. That is Mpekweni River. You've seen the resort there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This river is called Old Woman's. That is very interesting. Old Woman's. It's called Fish River. Nadia is asking, could it be the same river that goes all the way to make the Fish River Canyon in Namibia? You know about the Fish River Canyon in Namibia? We are not sure, but it could be the same river. You never know. at Port Alfred. It's one of the towns along this road.
Like East London, Port Alfred was one of those small towns that were formed by British settlers who first came here in the 1800s. Now it was renamed to Port Alfred in honor of one of the princes, one of the sons, one of Queen Victoria's sons. He visited this place and it was named after him.
I can't even believe it. Now I have a reason to come this way. Port Alfred, I'll be back. I'll be back to explore this town. The marina side of Port Alfred is something else. There's that small river there, but there are plenty of yachts. I believe they even have a yacht club there. The buildings, okay, the housing, they have like the Victorian kind of architecture. They look a bit new. Probably they have been well maintained or something, but I'm just impressed. It looks like a very decent town, and it looks, I feel like it has the kind of things I like those monuments, the kind of churches I like, the Gothic or the Victorian type, you know. So that is a town I'll be back to just explore. I'll be back there, definitely. And the bridge was the icing, or is it cherry on icing, or icing on cherry, one of those. It's just amazing. It is a nice surprise. We didn't expect there was much in that town, but it is a very nice surprise. So guys, we are approaching another huge river in a town called Kenton-on-Sea. Look at that river. Some of these rivers that point to the ocean, they have like a sand bank at the center that forms some sort of island. Some people have taken advantage of that. They have created some accommodation or hotels somewhere in there, and it's just amazing. Already picked our lunch, our dinner there in one of the petrol stations, and we are ready. No matter what time we get to our apartment, at least we'll have some food. We've already booked our accommodation as well. You guys remember, always in South Africa, book your accommodation at least by 4, otherwise you'll sleep outside.
So we are approaching Alexandria. It's a small town in Eastern Cape that is well known for the production of chicory. Liv will explain what chicory is, and okay, they also do dairy farming and pineapple farming. And we've seen a lot of ranches coming down here, so yes.
It makes a lot of sense.
It does. So what is chicory?
I learned about chicory in school, but I'm not very sure if I remember what exactly it is. But if my memory serves me right, it is used as a caffeine substitute. The same way you'd use honey instead of manufactured sugar. It's just the same thing. So it is a caffeine substitute. You'd use it instead of using coffee. You'd use chicory in your tea. Just check those sachets that they usually sell. There are some that have like chicory or something. It's like a
a caffeine substitute.
We are at Port Elizabeth. The nightlife is lit. People have just parked by the beach and they are playing their mapiano. It's good to be back. We finally got to our apartment and guess what? It's beautiful. Let me just tell you, it's beautiful. So when you get in, the first thing you'll see is this study area. See this? Actually, it is I would say it's a 2-bedroom with a study area and a lot of extras. So this is the study area. It has an art there to inspire you. Plenty of art here. I like it when people inspire you to just maintain the house. And then there is this first. It's like a room on its own. It can be used as just a room on its own, or it can be used with the main house. But this is like, I would call it some sort of SQ. This is a sofa bed. If you have a baby, they can stay here. You have a fridge here. The host provides some milk. And then this is the main bedroom. For the SQ, this is the main bedroom. It's a queen size bed and a couch that is provided there. The area is just, it's quite neat. Let's come in. It's quite neat. They have really invested in the good sense in their houses. So this is like the SQ, the studio part of the main house. Not an SQ really, but just a studio. You can see everything. There is this air fryer. And then let's go to the main house. Oh, I forgot to mention the TV. Just how big is this TV? It's bigger than the one I have in my house. It's so big. It has a bathroom. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it has a bathroom. A big one for a studio. In fact, too big for a studio. And then let's go to the main house. Wait for it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, before I show you the main house. Look at this, the sink. Hey, I just saw the bathtub and I was like, yes, yes, yes. This is the cleanest bathtub I've ever seen. It's the cleanest one and they've provided everything there. If I need to, there's hand wash, I think there's a bubble bath and all that. It's just, what else can I say? I can't describe this, you guys have seen. The toilet. There are the towels, they have black towels. There's something about black towels. Then the sink and just the humongous bathroom. Here is the main room. So there is this humongous bed that I'm going to sleep in. God is good. Eh? And then this is the lounge area. It's not really like a sitting room, but there's somewhere to lounge as you watch TV or you tell stories. The yellow on the gold in the bathroom just pop. There's something about white, black, and yellow. And then there is this bar area, which is combined with the open kitchen. And everything is just on point. We have some coffee, tea, sugar. We are sorted. We are really sorted. We'll be here for a day. Or rather, we'll be here for this night only because tomorrow we'll be going somewhere else. We'll begin the garden route again. You guys, when you go to garden route, there are so many routes. We used one last time. This time we are using a totally different one within the same garden route. So guys, there are many places that you guys suggested and I can't wait to show you. So far we are loving Eastern Cape, that is East London and Port Elizabeth and Port Albert. When we were buying some food at Port Albert and we fueled at East London, we got some of the best customer service we have experienced in South Africa so far. And when we came here, our host was just the best. The Eastern Province, you guys are the best. You're the best. So we will be enjoying our stay here. We really love Port Elizabeth, you guys. You just know why. It has everything I like. It's Victorian. Everything is Victorian, and it just takes me back in time because I love watching those epic movies. So you know, I like those kinds of things. By the way, we have a view of the ocean. I will be showing you that in the morning. Even where we parked Lindile, it's just, I can't say enough good things about this place. So guys, stay tuned because we are beginning another route in the garden route. Tomorrow will be at Naisna. I'm giving you, is it Naisna? Okay, maybe Naisna or St. John's, whichever, either George's or Naisna, and we'll be doing a lot of activities. We'll be staying there for a number of days. So you guys stay tuned because there's enough content coming. And if you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing because there's a lot to come, a lot to see in this series. It's a series. Watch the other episodes and then let's continue with the rest of the episodes. And like the video, share it with your friends. And until the next episode, guys, see you tomorrow. See you in the next episode. Bye.